we are conducting to share with everyone on how quizzes benefit us in so many ways. So before I start, I will introduce myself. My name is Razrina Rizwan, can call me Cikgu Rina. I have been doing some tutorials and also some sharing session with teachers, especially on how to use quizzes in teaching and learning, and also for training purposes. So with me today, I have Mr. Umar Aziz. He is the Quizizz representative from Quizizz. Okay, and we also have Miss Intan Shafini here, who is also a trader for Quizizz. So she will also share with us on how to embed, how to use Google Classroom with Quizizz. Okay, so Mr. Umar, can I give you just to say a few words?
No, I will just directly give the session to Puan Intan, because yeah, you already introduced myself. So Cikgu Intan,
Okay.
the
So
stage is
actually,
yours.
for those like Cikgu Zul have been with us with the first webinar, so the rest might be new. So just a short introduction. We Malaysia, we are actually the third most users of Quizizz. First it's US, followed by Indonesia, and we are the third one. So we are trying to build a community here in Malaysia. So we have a Facebook page, Community Quizizz Malaysia, where we share things that how to use quizzes in our teaching and learning, how to help the others. Okay, so feel free to join the Facebook group. There we have lots of sharing session there, and we are, even though we are the third most user, but we are also, if you have been using Quizizz before, you know that Quizizz is actually it's completely free, but they do have the super version. And Malaysia, we have more super users compared to Indonesia. So we have more paying customers for Quizizz compared to Indonesia. So it shows that people are actually using, but there is a lot of features that we don't know. Boleh, we can use these kind of features is available in Quizizz. So that is our role here. We are going to share. Okay. So for those who are first timers or have been looking into Quizizz, you can see. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, Cikgu can
Yes,
see.
you can see.
All right. So if you Google Quizizz, you can see that this platform will come up. So you can always log in using first time. Of course, you have to sign up. You can always use your Google Gmail. Okay. For those who have already used before, you can just straight away log in with your account. Okay. So I would say that Quizizz is actually very, very user-friendly. I've learned a lot by myself. So the features are very, very, it's not easy, it's not difficult. I'm not a very IT pro as well, but I can do it by myself. So I'm sure a lot of you will be able to do it too, okay? So Quizizz has a huge database of quizzes that you can search. Whatever topics that you want, it is available in Malay, in English, in Indonesian language. There's lots of quiz here that you are able to access. So let's say I want to just find something on, let's say I want to teach on maybe on English, maybe grammar. Okay, so I just Google on grammar. There are lots of quizzes you can see here. Okay, so you can always use the filter here. You can choose which level you are teaching, because grammar, it's wide, it's from elementary right up to university. So you can choose here, maybe in high school. Okay, and we are focusing on subject on English. So when you do this, you are able to see that the quizzes here has been filtered to what you need. Okay, so this is something which is very, very useful for us when we want to find quizzes. So you don't actually have to create your quiz all the time. You can always take people's quiz and they are happy to share because they make it public. Okay, or if you are not happy with their quizzes, you can always create here. You are able to create a quiz on your own. So you come up with the name, you come up with the questions and all that. Okay, so actually we did this in the first webinar on how to create, how to copy, how to use people's quiz. Okay, so today Miss Intan is going to teach us how are we going to embed this quizzes into our Google Classroom. All right. Any questions so far? Maybe at the basic part of the website, or maybe you want to ask anything?
I have a question, Cikgu Rina.
Yes.
This QZ, when I created this one, it has an expiry date. For example, if I created yesterday, by today when I do it expire, I have to recreate again. That means I can just do it just before the classroom class session for the live QZ. Am I right?
It depends on what type of quiz that you are conducting. Okay, let's say, are you talking about live games?
Yeah, live one. Yeah, live.
Oh, okay. Yes, it will expire because live game is for that particular time. Okay, like you say, start a live quiz when you start a classic quiz. So this is suitable for online classes that you are conducting, face-to-face classes. You are able to use this live session. Okay, but you can always leave it on until your students have completed. But if you want to give them time for them to do, you can always assign them as homework. When you assign them as homework, you can choose the date here. But of course, when you upgrade to the super plan, you will have no deadline.
Oh, okay.
So when you have no deadline, so the quiz will be open until when you yourself want to stop the assignment.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Yeah.
All right. Okay. I think Ms. Intan, you can teach us how to use quizzes with Google Classroom.
Okay, hello, Assalamualaikum everyone. Okay, so my name is Intan. Actually, I am from Faculty of Computer and Medical Sciences, UiTM Cawangan Melaka. Okay, all right. Thanks for those who are join with us for this morning. Okay, for today, I would like to share with you how actually we can integrate these quizzes with the Google Classroom. Right, I will start share my screens here. Okay. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes, can see.
All right. Okay, for example, we have several classes in our Google Classroom. Okay, so this is my classes. Okay, I just created our class today, which is the Quizizz Series 2. Okay, so nanti saya harap semua orang boleh join as a student dalam Quizizz Series 2. Okay, for example, siapa yang, okay, for those yang belum, kayaknya dia nak create baru, okay, for example, we can just create classes here, okay. And I just already created these kinds of class. Okay, Quizizz Series 2. All right. So once you already created the class, okay, at the quizzes, you go to the classes here. Okay, nampak ya? Dekat quizzes classes. Okay, for example, okay, yang ni saya actually saya dah update. Alright. Okay, you go to this update Google class. Okay, here. Alright, it will pop up several classes here yang same exactly with the Google Classroom. Okay, for example, saya kat sini, saya dah ada HPD, ICT and so on. And yang ni yang tadi saya cakap tu, Quizizz Series 2. Okay, so, right, so I need to click on this class. And then tak perlu kot. Yang ni untuk require student enter a guided email address ni. Actually, it's a bit complex if we tick this. Okay, just untick here. Okay, because of sometimes student macam they have their own email. So kalau dia perlukan email parents, dia nanti parents pula kena juga nak monitor student and nak kena something else lah. So make sure you just untick here. Okay, and then save. So once you save here, so dia akan keluar di sini. Alright, so here. So I didn't have any students here. Alright, okay. I would like you to try to join my class as a student. So I will give you the link for my class. Okay. Copy invite link. Okay, I put in the chat box. Wait there. Okay, where is chat? Where is chat? Wait.
Can you see the chat?
Kejap. I can't see it. Wait lah. Mana Saya macam, okay. Security, or just can...
Belum muncul cikgu.
Belum muncul
Linknya
lah.
belum muncul.
Copy invite link. Okay, chat. Alright, here. Okay. Please join this class as a student. Okay, for those you can't use your staff or your work email. Okay, just use any kinds of email other than the work's email. Okay, try to join my class so we can see how actually it works from the view of our students. Right? Can see. Alright, Mr. Franklin dah masuk. Lagi? Try masuk. Siapa lagi ni? Okay, I can see here. Okay, Mama Safatin, Cik Umar mana?
Cikgu Rina belum masuk.
Yeah, coming.
Okay, kita tunggu. Sebab kita nak tengok ni lah view. So sekarang ni I will show you the view of teachers and also you can feel how the view from the student perspective. Okay, so now and kena masuk login bukan selain daripada kita punya ni lah company. Okay, so
Tadi class code apa cikgu Miss Intan? Class code apa tadi?
Class code this one. XUUHT33. Okay. XUUHT33. All right, so we can see several students here. Okay, thank you, Miss Fadila Izina. And we have Madam Faika here. All right. Okay, for example, okay, now we have several students in our Google Classroom and we go back to the quizzes. We can see how actually it works. Okay, so now we need to update the Google Classes. Okay, update the Google Classes here for the quizzes and save. All right, now we have 7 students in our quizzes series 2. Okay, you can see here. Okay, right. So I have students. The list of students in quizzes is same exactly with the list in the Google Classroom. All right. So student they kena make sure email untuk quizzes sama dengan email untuk Google Classroom. Okay, kalau dia nanti contohlah dia try to do the quizzes with the other of the account they are logged in here, so they give us some kinds of pop-up. I will show later. Okay, now so we have students here, we can see here. All right, okay, for example, we want to integrate some kinds of quiz here. All right, you can search any quiz, but then I already created some quiz here. Okay, for example, I want to give some kinds of assignment to the students. Okay, saya dah ada satu quiz kat sini. Alright, okay, go to the quiz. Okay, contohnya yang ni saya dah create tau. Ni saya dah create quiz tu. Kalau tak ada, tak apa. Boleh macam tadi yang Cikgu Rina tunjuk tu. You just search any quizzes here and then click on that quiz. Right. Okay, for example, saya dah ada quiz. Alright, click on this quiz. Okay, you can see here. There's 2 buttons here. Alright, untuk live quiz lain, sekarang ni I want to show how to do the asynchronous learning. I want to assign as a homework. So go to the assign homework. Alright, and then they have a deadline here. Okay, you can set any deadline. Since I'm not upgrade to the super, so saya tak ada deadline lah macam yang Cikgu Rina cakap tu. And then make sure kita click here to assign on the particular class. Okay, so for example, saya nak assign dekat Quizizz Series 2. Okay, and then click on the schedule and descriptions here. Okay, mungkin saya nak tulis, saya punya tajuk apa?
Tutorial 1.
Tutorial lah, okay, tutorial 1. Alright, okay, so saya nak buat now saya buat now because, or you just to have some particular date, you can click here, but then we try to do it now. So now and click next. Okay, so make sure kat sini betul lah nama kelas tu, iaitu Quizizz Series 2, and click on assign. Okay, so sekarang saya dah assign tutorial 1 dalam Google Classroom. Boleh check dekat Google Classroom. Okay, you go to the homework ataupun classwork, to the classwork. Right, so you can see this. Nampak tak? Dia terus create dalam Google Classroom tutorial 1. And then, and then for the tutorial 1, there's 2 links here. And for those who are using the mobile phone, they need to use the kinds of link, mobile link. And then for those yang tak guna mobile phone, you can use these kinds of link. Okay, boleh try? Tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, sama ada siapa yang guna mobile, can click on the mobile link. For those yang klik yang guna selain pada mobile, boleh click on the web link. Okay, kita try. Kita try jawab. Soalan mudah je. Yang ni dapat hadiah ke? Tiba.
Wait, ini ada yang just join. Wait.
Oh, nak saya ulang balik ke nanti saya try ulang.
For every participant who just join this session, you can join the Google Classroom first. The link I and Cikgu Rina already send the link, and maybe Cikgu Intan bisa di update lagi di quizzesnya.
Okay, boleh. Ada yang join Alright.
Ada yang baru join di classes.
Saya update. Update.
Nah,
So when you update, you are able to see the student's name dekat Quizizz lah.
Setiap kali student baru masuk ke classroom, we need to update ini Quizizz. Okay. So kat sini nampak tak? Kita dah nampak ada beberapa students.
Tambahan tadi kan?
Tambahan tadi. So Mr. Franklin, Pak Ika. Pak Ika tengah try quiz ke? Alright. Okay. So yang ni sebenarnya nama students. And then
Cikgu Intan, can you show me the link again? Just now I clicked the link, it didn't work. Yeah.
Link for the Google Classroom.
This one, I click here only, is it?
Okay. I copy it again, the Google Classroom.
No, I think Rahima has joined the classroom. I've seen her name. You have to go to the classwork. You go to the classwork.
Oh,
You can see the link there.
I have to go to my own classwork, is it my Google
Yeah,
Classroom?
the Google Classroom. You go to your classwork. Intan klik classwork tu.
I have to go, okay. That means I need to log into my Google Classroom lah, with the website.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Just now when you join the class, you are already in the Google Classroom, right?
Yeah, but then where, okay, I can click here in the classroom itself. Okay.
Then you can see the link. So you can use the web link.
Boleh Cikgu Rahima? Ada apa classwork here? Then you can see the link here.
Okay, I need to, it's asking me to join again, yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yang lain dah
Alright.
berjaya masuk, boleh buat quiz tu lah.
Kita tengok kat sini, siapa yang, okay, bagus yang dekat sini. Okay, once you completed the quiz, because after that I want to show how actually the results will pop up here. Okay. Okay, nobody's answered the quiz yet. Cik Fadila, Cik Fadila Izina,
Cikgu
sila
yang
jawab.
Skornya highest will get t-shirt.
Siapa paling tinggi boleh dapat t-shirt. Special t-shirts from the quiz.
Kalau cikgu-cikgu ada kendala mungkin bisa di-share supaya kita bisa cek kira-kira mungkin masalahnya di mana.
Okay, just try. If you have any difficulty, you can just ask here.
Yeah, I joined already. I can do it now. Yeah.
Okay, now we can see that graded is 10 to 1, meaning that, okay, they have one student already answered the quiz, the tutorial. Okay, we go to the grades. Wow, Mr. Franklin, tinggi, markah 87. You can see here, okay, dia auto tak perlu tekan, maksudnya once dia dah completed jawab quizzes tadi, terus markah auto dekat Google Classroom. Okay, you can see here Mr. Franklin dapat 87 over 100. Alright, over 100. So dia akan masuk kat sini, dekat our Google Classroom. Kita tengok lagi berapa orang. Wow, Madam Faika 100. 100. Nak dapat t-shirt ke, Madam? Okay, 100 over 100 here. Okay, we try to wait lagi berapa orang untuk jawab. Boleh ke jawab quizzes tu?
Kenapa Cikgu Intan?
Boleh.
Okay, sementara tunggu semua orang try to answer the quiz, kita nak tunjuk, andai kata kalau student tu dia jawab menggunakan different email from the Google Classroom. Okay, so I will show here. Okay, for example, saya guna yang lain dulu. Saya try masuk sebagai, saya try masuk sebagai orang lain. Yeah. Tengok apa tadi, Quizizz. Saya masuk. Okay, I try to join as a student here. Okay, so join the class. Okay, now yang sekarang ni yang saya tunjuk ni, saya join as a student with different email account. So basically we can see like this. Alright, so I will invite myself as a student. Okay, now I want to do the classwork here. Okay, for example, okay, this is classwork that is given by our teacher or lecturer. Okay, I will go to the teacher one. Since I'm using my laptop, so I click on the web link here. And then for the quizzes, okay, saya tadi login sebagai student, which is Intan Syafini here. Okay, saya cuba untuk masuk guna different account from the Google Classroom. For example, saya guna ni lah sebab yang ni ada. For example, I using my Kelab Kebudayaan Seniora here and I'm allowed. Okay, I try to start quiz using different email. So we will show like this. You cannot join this class because you are not a part of it on Google Classroom. Okay, so student tak boleh guna different email bila dia nak guna Quizizz. So the Quizizz email must be exactly with the Google Classroom. Yang ni saya join guna different email from the Google Classroom. So tak boleh so dia akan keluar kinds of message. Okay, so saya try. Kalau saya nak join guna balik yang sama. Okay, kalau saya guna email yang betul, iaitu yang ini. Yang sama dengan Google Classroom. Okay. I try to start quiz. So, boleh. Oh, ni members betul. Tapi
belum diupdate cikgu.
Boleh diupdate, sorry. Yang ni kita update. Okay. So basically macam itulah. Kalau student tu dia guna different email for the Google Classroom, dia akan keluar message yang tadi. Okay, ada siapa lagi? Okay, kita tengok balik. Ada tak update from our students today? Alright, so we go to the grades here. Okay, now we have Mr. Chong, 100 over 100, banyak 100 Mr. Umar. Saya nak bagi t-shirt ni. So 100 over 100, soalan tenang.
Saya pun 100
100 juga, you 100. Okay, Mr.
Tapi kalau di report kan kita bisa dapat skor yang highest ya.
Okay.
On Google Classroom we only integrate the accuracy, but because on Quizizz we have two different score. You can see the reports, Cikgu Intan.
Okay.
I think you login
different email. Okay.
Different email.
Alright.
But in short, in Quizizz we have two different grade. The first one is accuracy, the second one is score. So even sometimes the accuracy is same, but the score is different because the component of score is more complicated, like speed, strike, something like that. So, but for sometimes kalau kita guna penilaian di sekolah, kadang skor tak terlalu berguna. Tapi kalau kita ingin melihat siapa yang paling cepat, itu nanti terlihat di Quizizz.
Okay, so saya tengok dekat Quizizz, report siapa yang paling cepat dekat sini sebab dia akan tengok ketepatan, the accuracy and also the apa ni? Kita tengok
the speed.
The speed, yes. Okay, tutorial 1. Okay, so you can see here.
Yang tertinggi Cikgu Cheng Jin Lee.
Pak, entah apa ni Mr. Umar pun tinggi juga ni.
Tak apa, saya mah tak usah dapat lah. Sudah banyak saya.
Ada, and then we can see here, Madam Faika, 100% accuracy and score mungkin a little bit. Okay, you can see. Okay, so you can see. Right, we can see the real result here. Okay, reports in Quizizz. Okay, since dekat Google Classroom, kan, kita tak nampak dia punya in terms of speed, in terms of security here. So inside the Quizizz, okay, you will nampak lah. So 100% accuracy and also the score. Jadinya Cikgu Chong ni boleh dah ni ke? Boleh dapat t-shirt? Mr. Umar?
Miss Chong Li udah pernah dapat t-shirt belum ya? Belum? Oh belum. Ya bisa dapat lah. Nanti dihubungi oleh Cik Gurina ya.
Yeah, okay. I will get to you for the free t-shirt.
Ada lagi kah pertanyaan dari Cikgu-cikgu? Oh ya, saya juga mau sampaikan one important thing. Sometimes the problem when we integrate Google Classroom to Quizizz, primarily for elementary school, sometimes student they use family link. If student email is family links, kadang-kadang dia tak bisa terintegrate karena dia terlimit dari Google-nya. Nah, kalau case-nya seperti itu, it's better student change their email from school or regular email, not use family link, because family link they cannot integrate to Quizizz.
Okay, so ada apa-apa problem ke? Saya tunjuk sekali lagi saya tunjuk baliklah sikit je daripada awal. So meaning that how actually we can integrate the Quizizz in the Google Classroom. First of all, okay, you try to create the class here. For example, we have several classes here. Okay, dah create kan? Dah create class semua. And then, contohlah you create class nanti, apa-apa kelas, seperti biasa. Okay, contoh tadi saya dah create satu kelas Quizizz seri 2 and you need to go to the Quizizz. Okay, so dekat Quizizz. Alright, go to classes here. Kat sini kita ada classes. And then click on update Google Class. Contoh yang tadilah kalau mana, sebab kita baru start buat kelas kan and then student tak ada. So kat situ, you update lah mana kelas yang baru dibuat. Okay, bila ada je pertambahan students or additional students inside the Google Classroom, you need to re-update inside the Quizizz. Okay, so contoh tadi kat sini, you click on Quizizz. Contoh saya nak buat kelas lain pun boleh je sebenarnya. Tapi saya tak nak, for today kita buat satu je dulu. Quizizz seri 2. And then click on save. Alright, so click on save. Nampak tadi, daripada 10 ni dia tukar jadi 12. Sebab kita ada pertambahan tadi. So kita dah ada 12 student. And students ni memang dia exactly lah apa yang ada dalam Google Classroom, dia akan sama dalam Quizizz. Right, so bila dah ada ini, bila dah ada our students, and then for example, you have any assignments or any additional quizzes you want to give to the students kan, kita kadang-kadang bila dah buat mengajar, contohlah macam kami kena 2 jam. So takkan nak buat live 2 jam, penat. Lagi satu kesian data student kan. Student kadang data dia sikit. So tak boleh buat lesson tu straight 2 hours. So basically selalunya macam saya akan buat 1 jam mengajar. 1 jam lagi ni kita akan buat additional tutorial. Buatlah tutorial apa-apa, selalu saya akan banyaklah saya guna. Macam-macam benda kita gunalah, ada Jamboard. So Quizizz ni pun sangat menarik untuk kita introduce to our students. So dia akan buatlah. Sebabnya cara nak buat itu nanti mungkin boleh tengok balik video-video Cikgu Rina pernah share ni macam mana nak create soalan-soalan dalam Quizizz ni. Okay. So contohnya kalau you tak nak buat, you can explore any quizzes atau any quiz or any tutorial or assignments here, ataupun macam saya macam tadi, saya dah create my own questions. Ini pun suka saya create pun, saya ambil juga daripada orang and saya kumpulkan dan saya letak. So senanglah sebab kita nampaklah apa yang kita punya soalan. Contoh kat sini saya dah ada create quiz one introduction to database sebab saya dah plan nanti lepas saya mengajar di kelas pertama and 1 jam seterusnya saya akan bagi quiz. Okay, so click any quiz that you want to give to the student. Click on here. Okay. And then ada 2 kan. Either you want to start a live quiz or assign homework, click on assign homework. Okay, and then ada deadline. Okay, for assign class ni, select. Okay, click on the particular class that you want to share. Right, so click on the schedule and description and name it. Macam tadi kita buat tutorial 1, tutorial 2 ke apa-apa saja, you can name it. Or you have any additional description. Okay. Contoh, when should this game start? Kalau you have specific date, okay, to start the quiz, okay, you can click on here ataupun you just nak open now and you click on next. Okay, click next. So once you click next, jangan lupa tekan assign. Okay, dah settle ni, dah akan keluar, you tekan assign. So once you tekan assign, dia akan keluar dekat Google Classroom. Okay, contohnya kat sini. Nanti student akan nampak, dia akan keluar macam ni. Okay, dia akan ada kat stream kita ni, apa dia kan, teacher 1. And then student can click on the classwork. Okay, dia akan automatically can see the tutorial given to them. Okay, tutorial 1 for example like this. And then dia akan keluar dua lah. Kalau student yang guna mobile phone atau guna phone, okay, they can click on the mobile link. And then for those yang using the laptop, the PC and so on, they can click on the web link. Okay, and then bila dia click, okay, click on the link, make sure account yang dia nak guna untuk quiz itu samalah dengan Google Classroom. Kalau dia tak sama, dia akan keluar macam pop-up message saya cakap tadi. Bermaksud it's not, student tu is not part of the quiz itu. It's not part of Google Classroom. Okay, so make sure nanti dia sama. Okay, once dia dah jawab, sudah dah jawab semua soalan. Okay, kita boleh tengok kat sini grades of the student. Dia akan terus masuk. Dia akan terus masuk grade dekat Google Classroom. So tak perlulah kita nak tulis balik kan. Markah-markah student ni tak perlu. So dia terus keluar. Ya, for example, kat sini apa ni? 93 Miss Walina Izina salah satu So 93. Okay, ni contohnya kalau ada student tak jawab lagi, so boleh saja. Ni saya pun tak jawab lagi, Miss Rindiani ni. Alright, okay. So kat sini
ada soalan kat sini. Kalau student leave Google Classroom, dah update student tu akan di-remove juga ke?
Dia leave, dia tinggalkan Google Classroom.
Mr. Umar?
Dia
as
akan
far as
tak
I
ada.
know, yes. Yeah, kalau dia leave Google Classroom and then we update the class on Quizizz, they will delete also on the Quizizz list.
I think if they have done the quiz, the report will be dekat Quizizz kan?
Semalam saya dah try. Okay, semalam saya, okay, maksud dia, kalau student tu, dia dah jawab quiz tu, dekat report quiz ada nama student tu. Contohnya, walaupun dia dah meninggalkan Google Classroom. Maksudnya dia leave Google Classroom tu. Report tu masih ada nama student.
Betul.
Okay. Tapi contohnya dalam Google Classroom, student tu dia leave. So dekat classes, dekat Quizizz nanti, nama dia dah tak ada lah. Maksudnya dekat ni, nama dia dah tak ada. Tapi dalam report, dia ada. Contohnya, okay, contoh. Okay, semalam ada fun, kita try a fun quiz. Ni this is, okay, contoh. Miss Unga ni, dia dah try jawab semalam. Tapi sekarang dia tak ada dalam kelas saya. Begitulah. Okay, boleh. So dalam report masih ada nama student tersebut. Tapi once dia leave the Google Classroom, so dekat Quizizz ni pun nanti dia tak ada lah. Dia takkan ada. Kita pun boleh remove student punya kalau ni. Kita remove je dekat Google Classroom. So nanti auto dalam Quizizz pun dia tak ada. Tak ada student. Okay.
Okay, another question. Does it mean that all the students must join the Google Classroom, then only you can launch the quiz? It is an assigned homework quiz, kan? So they can do it at their own pace. And yes, they must join the Google Classroom because we are embedding the quizzes into the Google Classroom. So you can always do as macam kita hantar the link to the students, then they can directly do it. Or you can embed in the Google Classroom. So this is what we are doing today lah.
Okay, thank you. Noted, yeah.
But for information, if cikgu-cikgu tak gunakan Google Classroom, you don't need to create Google Classroom to play quizzes. I mean, if you want to play quizzes easier, and if you think the step Google Classroom integration is too complicated, you can copy paste quizzes, link game manually, or you can just play quizzes as usual, not integrated to Google Classroom, because it is optional, not mandatory feature.
Yeah. So maybe some of the teachers here might be thinking, oh, we are going back to school. Why are we going to do this Google Classroom? You know, you can always assign as homework instead of using worksheet, printing, photocopying, which actually will take a lot of costing, right? So you can always opt for nak bagi homework, kita bagi dalam bentuk online ni. Okay, balik, join game, just give them the game code itself. They are able to go back and do it on their own pace. So you can put the time that you want them to access. So they are able to do that as well.
Okay, any other questions? Kalau ada, okay kan? Macam Cikgu Rina cakap tadi lah, yang ni maksudnya kita nak directly integrate with Google Classroom, so meaning that we want to know their marks here, that's why we want to include exactly with the quizzes. Kalau ada yang macam tak nak assign dekat sini pun boleh, dia ada beberapa cara kan, kita ada copy. Alright, okay, the quizzes. Ada soalan lain tak untuk saya? Kadang takut terlepas pandang kan? Kalau ada yang problem masa untuk buat quiz tadi.
Ada cikgu-cikgu yang belum bisa main quiznya, gamenya dari Cikgu Intan, atau sudah bisa semua?
Kalau ikutkan sini, sebentar ya. Ada.
Cikgu Zul ada soalan, easy to know they participate or not GC. Maksud Cikgu Zul tak faham.
Masa Cikgu Zul tengah ada dah clear belum?
Sorry, I can't to answer the questions because I'm driving. I'm using my mobile. So I just want to know that. So using a Google Classroom is more easy lah for to know the student participate or not our lesson.
Yes, of course. Kita boleh nampak lah sebab kita ada list of students. So usually biasa banyak guru yang very familiar with Google Classroom. Tapi in terms of you want to give assignment kan, you have to create Google Form. So rasa macam nak create Google Form, there's no like database that you can pinjam the quizzes. So you want to create a Google Form is of course hectic kan, nak kena you have to create on your own. So instead of using Google Form, you can opt for Quizizz. You just embed into the classroom, then students can do it on their own pace. So senang lah. And markah tu tak payah nak buka balik Quizizz pun, you can directly refer to your Google Classroom to see their results. Also, of course, the results is a bit macam very direct lah to know that they have done and the final marks. But whenever you go to your reports, you can see very clearly. Maybe Cikgu Intan, I can share my screen sekejap.
Okay.
Okay. Boleh nampak screen saya?
Ya.
Boleh.
Okay. So bila kita pergi kepada report, okay. So dekat sini adalah all the quizzes yang kita dah assign kepada anak murid kita, and then we can see when you click here, you are able to see how many students have answered. Okay, and you can always download in Excel or download in PDF. So in PDF, you can see question summary, participant summary, and all participant report. So if you click all participant report, you can see they give macam dia bagi macam each player very complete report lah on what they have answered. So for each student, name of student, so nak bagi dia, especially teachers yang nak perform in classes assessment kan, pentaksiran bilik darjah, Okay, you can come up with a task ke macam tu, you suruh dia buat and then boleh nampak kat sini. Okay, so kita ada report dekat sini kita boleh bagi. So ada kalau ada jenis yang nak bagi kepada parents, tengok anak ni buat apa ni, apa yang dia dah jawab betul. So it's very lengkap lah, everything is there. So kita boleh dari sini pun kita boleh analyze each of our student. So that's what I always do. So benda ni macam very helpful lah. Kita boleh, you want to print out, you want to keep in PDF form, semua boleh. Okay.
Cikgu Rina, I have one question.
Yeah.
Can Quizizz also be assigned with open-ended questions?
Yes, can. When you create a new quiz, okay, when you create a new quiz, let's say I want to create today's science test 1, okay, let's say I just put as test 1, okay, I choose science, okay. So when I choose here, I can choose here open-ended.
Okay.
The question would be open-ended. So write your question here. Maybe my question is, what is respiration? So they will need to write down their answers here. Okay, so they will, when they see the question, they have to answer. So we don't need to provide an answer here. That means the questions will not be graded yet. There will be no right or wrong question. They will appear in the report and we have to manually assess the question.
Oh, okay.
But if you want them to
time for them to answer as well, there's a 3-minute or
Yes, the time here, the time allotted to answer this question. You
Okay.
can give them up to the most is 15 minutes. You can choose the time here and you can allocate, let's say it's a very long thing, like you want to give like an essay or what, you can give up to 15 minutes. But if let's say they choose to, when they're done, they can just press OK, then they can move on to the next question. They do not need to wait 15 minutes. 15 minutes is just the allocated time. Or
so that
if
means
you
each
want
question you finish, you save, then you go to the next question, is it?
Yes, correct. When I'm done with this, okay, so let's say I choose about, maybe I want them to answer in about 5 minutes, okay, and I press save. So this is my question 1. Then when I want to add question, I just add. Or I don't want to add question, I want to teleport question, I want to curi, not curi lah, pinjam somebody's question. So I just Google test, I just Google whatever I want to, respiration, okay. So when I search for this, there are many quiz. So let's say I want this question, so I just press this add. So when I press this add, it automatically adds into my quiz here.
Oh, you add to your existing the open-ended question as well. Oh, okay.
Yes, just now this is my open-ended question. Then the second question I did this, but I don't want. Maybe I don't want this. I want to change some more. I can add it on my own. You can do it whatever way you want. You want to add another option? Can, no problem. Whatever you do, you just save it.
Okay.
So you have bank of questions on your own. Then when you're end off, okay, here, then you can see at the side here, you have the quality quiz score. So they usually give you to add at least 4 questions in order to have a quality quiz lah. So when you have this, you can see it turns into green. So that's a good quiz. Then you can publish. But even though you don't have enough 4 questions, you can still publish and you can still run the quiz, no problem.
Okay, good, very good. Thank you. Yeah.
Alright.
Cikgu Rina, actually kan ada some colleague kan dia tanya macam apa specialnya dengan Quizizz ni tau. Boleh tak Rina tunjukkan create new question?
Then definitely would be stored in the memory. Okay, we want to ensure that the maximum is the more it's in it. Okay, we can control, of course. If you ask me, I wouldn't be.
Rina,
sorry.
You share tadi. Tak apalah, you share screen tak apa.
Okay, alright.
Sebab ada sometimes my colleague dia nak buat formula maths, okay? Dia nak buat formula maths, so it's a bit difficult kan? Tapi sebenarnya untuk Quizizz ni bagusnya, okay, you try to create any question ataupun.
Oh, okay. Nak buat
maths, maths question.
Let's say I nak buat maths question.
Okay, tengok tu kat sebelah tu ada maths tu.
Yes.
So you click on maths, see? sebenarnya kat sini dia ada format sebab ada kawan-kawan saya kan mengajar mathematics kan. So dia agak nak buat apa square root, some kinds of that kind of question. So dekat quiz ada. So just klik
ni ada, let's say I want to do square root of 25. Insert. So saya insert sajalah. So saya letak je jawapan kat sini.
So sangat membantu. Especially sebab kalau math sangat susah kan?
Kalau Kahoot semua tak ada these features. I am teaching chemistry pun susah nak buat subscript, superscript pun sangat susah. So saya kena cari image and I have to embed the image. But here I can just straight away do the calculation here. I can just add whatever 2x. I insert saja. So it will be there. So cikgu maths and science ni memang very easy lah. Or you want to use audio. Okay, like you want to do it for kindergarten students kan, maybe you want to say it, okay, this is an apple, so you can use that audio here. You can record your own voice or you can upload an MP3 and then you can put in. So they will, maybe the question budak tak erti nak baca lagi, boleh baca dulu. Okay, maybe students who have a reading problem, you can start with this. Okay, maybe this is the reading, so ask them to choose. So they are not able to read, you can put in audio. Even video pun boleh embed juga. Answer option you can also add on image. Just drag and drop. Very easy, very user friendly, I would say.
Okay, there are some questions here. Facts ataupun explanations for super quizzes only, right?
Sorry? Apa?
Yes.
Dia tanya, explanation fact is for super.
Answer explanation is only for super.
Yes. Answer explanation, yeah, because I have a super account. So answer explanation adalah, so when I put in, let's say the answer is B, so I can add on, okay, why? Mesti budak akan tanya, kenapa jawapan B, kenapa bukan C? Or if you, without the super, before when I don't have this super, what I do is I always use the flashcard. Sekejap ya. I show you sekejap. Yeah.
I got one battery. I don't know which one is the charger.
Okay, later. Sorry ya, gangguan. So let's say I have done this quiz. I've done this quiz. I can always use here, when you go to the report, I can go to the flashcard here. So macam to explain back to the students that once the question has finished, diorang dah jawab, so you want to discuss the question. So you can discuss it using flashcard. Okay, so the question will appear back again and then you can discuss in your classroom. So you can flip to see the answer, then you can go. So before I have that super answer explanation, I use this in my class. So I have time to go through the question. So bukan kita bagi je soalan dan kita tak review. Budak mesti nak tahu, they want to know why they got it wrong, why this question is correct, why this question is wrong. So this flashcard option is there. You can review back each question with their answers. So that is one thing which is very helpful for my online classes.
So there's questions asked about the extra features for super plan beside no deadline and how much per year from Mr. Franklin.
Actually, on Quizizz we have maybe about 10 until 15 features for super plan. But for example, beside no deadline, no ads, and then reopen the assignment, and then the audio recording, like Cikgu Rina explained, also that's for super. YouTube video also for super, and then answer explanation for super. Several theme on interactive lesson also on super, and then adaptive learning a lot. See, maybe we can arrange another session to discuss what is apa saja keunggulan-keunggulan fitur-fitur dari super ya, maybe because it needs several times.
Yeah, actually, we need a whole new session for
Next week lah kan? Next week for super.
and for the price is about 24 US dollar, maybe about 100 ringgit lah ya, I think. About 24 US dollar.
Is it per year or per month?
Per year, per account.
Oh,
And
it's very cheap.
you can compare with other platform. Our price is very competitive, even cheaper than, like, you can compare with Kahoot. Kahoot more expensive, and other platform also more expensive. So that's for Mr. Franklin. And then, what is the max length for open-ended answer? For the answer, the maximum is about 200 words. So yeah, 200 words is the maximum length answer for the student. And then audio, is it autoplay? I'm not really sure, but student can.
They have to click. They have to click.
Yeah, they have to
will
click
be a button.
the icon.
Click.
The icon. And then you can repeat the flashcard. Ya, Cik Gurina nampaknya sudah canggih kalau flashcard. Saya juga agak jarang pakai flashcard.
Okay, the flashcard actually, let's say, okay, we go to the reports because the students have done the quiz, right? Okay, now we want to review. So let's say this is the question that we want to review. Okay, so when you see the report down here, there's a button here called flashcard. So you press the flashcard here. So you review in the class. You just share your screen and you start. So it's also very cantik lah. Tak adalah nak tengok basic, just like a worksheet, right? So the question will appear here, 15 questions. So you can view the options here, view question, and then you can ask them what is the answer. So you can flip to show the correct answer, and then you can just press the right arrow key to proceed. Okay, or you want to you can also place the space bar to flip. So you can use your keyboard, you can use click, very interactive. So students can see, oh, okay, this is the question that I did just now. Okay, yang mana salah? So this is the answer. So you can go on. They have music also. You want to on the music. Some students love to learn with music. You can on the music, and you can go. If let's say you want to stop, you just press the pause button. You save and exit. So that's how it works. Okay. Yes, even the flashcard actually, when you do online, there's another way. Let's say you start the game. Let's say I use the same game. Okay, I start back the game. I play the game with my students. I play a live game. Okay, once I've started the game, for example, okay, so I share, my student pun masuk lah. Let's say I join game. I just show one example ya. Join game. Let's say my student join dan dia buat the game. This is during the class. You let them do. Okay, so they put in the 5, 6, 3, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so I'm joining with my phone. Okay, so when I join, I can see my student's name is here. So I start the game. Okay, when I start the game, okay, I have music here. Okay, I can, for super just now, you can change the teams. I have so many teams here. Last time I only have 3. Now I have football. So it's very cantik lah. Okay, then I can see the questions here. Okay, so once when I end the game, let's say my student dah jawab, I end the game. Okay, you can also immediately review it again. Sorry. Oh, sebab tidak menjawab.
Ya.
Saya kena jawab, sorry.
Tapi tak apalah. The main idea, we can see the report directly on the reports menu. So on Quizizz, the report is real time. I mean, the student don't have to finish the quiz. Just they answer first question. Their data will be directly. We can monitor their answer on our reports. So yeah. Another question.
Ada soalan
From-
tanya, audio akan autoplay ke yang tadi Cik Rina cakap tu, audio tu kan? So nanti kalau students tak jawab, dia autoplay ke Rina?
Macam mana? Audio?
Audio yang tadi soalan kan? Kita boleh tak suara. So ada soalan tanya, dia akan autoplay ke once students started use this quiz?
When they click the audio, each question, there will be like a button to click. So they click yang tu, they can hear it lah. Then dia boleh click again. Let's say tak dengar, dia nak repeat boleh. It's like a button they have to click.
Okay, itu tadi apa Cikgu Chong tanya. And then siapa lagi soalan kat sini?
do students have the flashcard option too?
The student, you need to have an account, right, Mr. Umar? You need to have an account to access your report. So usually students do not have a account in Quizizz, right? But if they log in using their email, then I don't think they are able to see the quiz because the quiz does not belong to them. It belongs to the teacher.
Yeah. Okay, any question or that's enough for this session? Maybe Cikgu Rina can share the
yes. Please fill up the Google form for us to prepare your e-certificate. I've put it in the chat box.
And then for any one of you who haven't joined our community on Facebook, you can join our community on Facebook, Community Quizizz Malaysia. And then maybe next week, we will discuss about super features. Or if you have any idea what kind of topic that we have to discuss on Quizizz webinar, maybe you can send message to me or Cikgu Rina or Cikgu Intan, or just create a post on our Facebook, because we're really active on that. Or even if you have problems to integrate your quizzes with Google Classroom, you can share your problem on our Facebook group, so we can help. So yeah, that's from me. Cikgu Intan, Cikgu Rina, there is anything that we want to discuss or?
So bagi pihak saya dah tak ada. Saya cakap, if you have any difficulties to integrate the Google Classroom, maybe you can ask us later. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Thank you so much for all yang join us today. Please don't forget to fill up the form, Google form, for us to prepare the certificate. We will email to you. And we are also giving away another t-shirt, right, Mr. Umar, for...
Yeah. We will let's see after the webinar.
After the webinar, we will announce it in the community group, right? So those who are here today, please join the community group to see whether you are chosen as a winner for this session as participant, lucky participant.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
You want to take picture or?
They want to take picture. Saya rasa dia nak buka video.
Yes.
Boleh, you can open the video.
For everyone who want to take picture. Anyone else? Just about 6 who open the camera.
Dr. Unga tak nak ke?
Cikgu Lin nampak bahagia kali mau dapat t-shirt kan. Okay, Cikgu Rina bisa dipandu dan screenshot dari Cikgu Rina.
Saya print screen. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, just a minute. One more. 1, 2, 3.